Do you ever wake up tired, exhausted already? It's like you're laying there, your eyes are not even open yet, but your brain is already going down your mental checklist. How many emails do I need to send today? Did I send that email yesterday? I can't remember. Oh, I forgot to go to the grocery store on my way home yesterday. What's on my calendar? How many meetings do I have? Can I squeeze in a workout today? And you're just going on and on and on. Before you even roll out of bed, you're already exhausted. You already have lived half a day. This happens to a lot of us. And what that is that is a signal. That feeling that you have of overwhelm is a sign, it's a signal of something bigger, okay? It's a lot of things, a lot of times we don't even realize it. Today I want to talk about the real reason why we are feeling overwhelmed most of the time. And trust me, it's not because you've got too many things on your to-do list. It's all about how we handle our time and our focus. Let me paint a picture for you. A couple of months ago, so I usually have an administration day where I'm trying to catch up on the administrative aspects of being a business owner. And most of the time it's a half a day. So I was there one day. I started the morning off by replying to emails. I was replying to some notes that, one of my assistants had emailed me things that we were working on, had a few meetings, was, preparing for another bigger project. And in between, I was doing some laundry. I was handling all sorts of stuff in between. And by the end of the day, actually by bedtime, because I wasn't even done with anything 100%. By the time bedtime came around, I was exhausted. I looked back and I thought nothing is even complete. Nothing was really meaningful. And this is how that sense of overwhelm just kind of sneaks in. And it's not always about being crushed by one thing. It's the multiple things, the 1,000 tiny little things that you have to take care of. And that's where, if you have been experiencing these busy nonstop days, and by the end of the day asking yourself, what did I really do today? Then you are definitely dealing with a bit of overwhelm in your life. Now, the misconception that we all have is that, okay, then you know what? I'll just cut down what's on my to-do list. I'll delegate more. I'll just drop a few things. And there's nothing wrong with that, of course. But it seems like that solution is obvious, just to cut everything down. But it's not really about that. It's not about how much you have on your list to do. It's how often your focus gets yanked in one direction or another. It's getting yanked away. You're not focusing your time and energy on something. So think about it this way. Say that you're trying to cook dinner, but instead of making one meal from start to finish, okay, you're actually bouncing between 3 different stoves, 4 different timers, and your phone's buzzing in your pocket at the same time. Of course, you're going to feel frazzled. The problem isn't about cooking too much food. Maybe you have a bunch of guests coming over. It's that your focus keeps on getting yanked away and you have to switch constantly. It's much like a ping pong, ping pong match or tennis match where you're just going from here to there, to there, to here. And it makes you overwhelmed and it makes you exhausted. You can't really focus clearly on one thing. The real reason that we feel this overwhelm all the time is decision fatigue and also fractured attention. Every single choice that we have, what to wear, whenever we get it, what to wear that day, whether to reply now or later to a text message, to an email, whether to check your emails, your notifications, throughout the entire day, every single little thing is draining your brain's battery life. Okay, it's really draining it. Your brain is not a bottomless pit of focus. It cannot be focused 100% of the time. I mean, can you imagine if that was the case? That would be pretty incredible. But it's much like your phone battery. Every swipe, everything that pings you, every tiny decision that you have to make is opening up another app. It eats away at your charge, your energy. And once you're running close to 10%, 5%, you can't expect yourself to be creative, calm, productive, focused. It just isn't possible. So when you do collapse into bed feeling like you've got nothing done, it's not because you're lazy. You're doing a lot of things, but it's because your brain has been running from like a marathon, really, from one micro decision to another, from the moment that you've woke up in the morning. So why I think that is worse now, this is where it gets interesting. I mean, our grandparents' generation, They weren't dealing with this level of mental clutter. Sure, they had stress factors. There was a lot, but life was more structured. It was structured differently. Work was more contained. Communication wasn't instant and wasn't 24/7. Fast forward to today. You've got emails, you've got Slack, you've got Signal, you've got group text, you've got WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, news alerts, calendar reminders, and they're all stacked up one on top of each other. The average person checks their phone hundreds of times a day. Hundreds. Not 10, not 20, hundreds. That's 100 or 100 times five, let's say 500 times a day. That's 500 micro decisions that your brain is dealing with. Did I reply now? Do I ignore it? Do I scroll? It's all depleting your energy. And we're living in an environment that is literally engineered to fracture your attention. You're not weaker than people used to be. You're just living in a world that's constantly designed to overwhelm you. You're getting so many impulses, and that is impacting our health and well-being, impacting our nervous system in a very big way. So what can you do about it? I mean, you can't actually throw your phone into a river and move to the top of a mountain. I mean, maybe you can, but you can implement some guardrails in your life to protect your attention and your focus. The first one, offload decisions. Steve Jobs is famous for this. He wore the same outfit every day. Not because he didn't care, maybe he didn't, but because he didn't want to waste brain power on something so trivial. Now, I'm not saying that you need a closet of identical black turtlenecks, but you can set up little systems. Lay out your clothes the night before, for example. Meal prep beforehand. Automate paying bills. Every decision that you remove is energy that you save. And that's a big thing. That is a really, really big thing. There are so many different things that we can do in our life that we can automate. The next thing is protecting your focus time. Now, I started setting blocks of time in my schedule where I work on only one thing. No multitasking, no phone interrupting, no buzzing. And it feels like I'm a little bit cheating in a way because I feel like, oh, maybe I need to do this. But my brain works much faster and I finish quicker on a project. And the stress, it just melts away. Because once I finish that, I have such a sense of accomplishment. It gives my brain one clear thing, one clear lane, instead of switching lanes back and forth. That's a really big one. The other one is tame your notifications. Now, I know if I tell you to remove your social media apps from your phone, you're probably going to flip out. So I'm not going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you to maybe turn off your notifications. I have turned off most of my notifications on my phone, and that was life-changing. Because I have set times that I check social media and emails on my phone. My phone used to feel like a fire alarm going off all the time, and it was constantly interrupting everything that I was doing, and I didn't like that. So once I set boundaries on that, I realized that most of the stuff feels urgent. It actually isn't. We're just kind of geared to do that whenever we have an alarm set on something or a notification. So try taming your notifications. Also, reframe your perspective on rest. For the longest time, and I know for myself, I know with clients, they think of rest as weakness, taking breaks as weakness. But your brain is not designed to go 8 hours straight. Short walks in between at lunchtime or stretching or just staring out the window, watching nature, watching the birds fly around for 10 minutes. It's not wasted time, I promise you. It's fuel for your body and your mind, for your creativity, for your productivity. And it often helps for you to come back really sharper than before. So the next time that you feel a wave of overwhelm, I want you to stop beating yourself up. There's nothing wrong with you. It's not that you're lazy. It's not that you can't handle it. It's that your attention is being fractured into 1,000 tiny pieces all day, every day. You are not the problem. The environment you're living in is the problem, but we have to adapt and align ourselves to work with our situation. And once you see that, you can start making these small, tiny changes in your life to protect your focus and recharge your brain. If this hit home for you, I want you to share this video with someone who's always saying that they feel stressed or overwhelmed. They'll thank you for it. And subscribe to our channel if you want more strategies on how to carve out more clarity, work on your mindset, and actually bring more peace into your world. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time.